Man, if Vegas was stupid, this was like full out retard mode for qualifying. I said it 2 weeks ago after Vegas qualifying, where everyone sat on pit road, sat in a line because they did not want to be the first one going out. This is a disaster waiting to happen in terms of either a wreck or something like what happened today happening, where not a single driver got to make a lap in round number 3, and the pole went back to round number 2, which basically means that a ton of time was just wasted for no absolute obvious reason. NASCAR had qualifying for the Cup Series today with their, whole package, whatever, and a lot of people have said this is not going to work out. This is a drafting package where everyone's going to wait. They don't want to be the first one out because being the first one out is a death sentence. We saw that today. You don't want to be too far back to where you're not going to make a timing. You have to be somewhere in the middle. You have to be in a good spot. The picture you see on screen is from round 2 of qualifying, where 23 drivers sat on the end of pit road, waited until the final second to go. All of them made a lap, and in all honesty, it's not exciting. They go out, they make their laps, nothing happens. It's not like anyone, acknowledges it happens too fast for you to even know what happens. By the end, you could look away for 5 seconds, look back to the TV, and there's your top 12. It's not like it's exciting. We're like, oh, these people are getting bumped all over. You don't even know who's in until it all shuffles through, and then you don't even really see a change that happens. It's all stupid. I mean, it's honestly really, really stupid. There's no reason to do qualifying like this. It's qualifying. It's not meant to be exciting. The thing that is meant to be exciting is on Sunday, okay? Friday is not supposed to be exciting. Practice is not supposed to be exciting. Qualifying is not supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to see who has the fastest car, who has the best car, in terms of qualifying setup, in terms of, race setup. It's not meant to try and get views, to be entertainment, to be a part of the quote-unquote show business that NASCAR is going into. There's absolutely no reason for qualifying to be like this. They need to change it. It cannot stay like it is right now. NASCAR tried to fix it by doing their whole, you cannot go above, the speed limit on pit road. If you do, you won't be able to make a lap. But that didn't help it at all. They all waited on there. They all got down to the end of pit road. No one ever went over the pit speed line, and we still got what we got. And then in the final round, they all waited until 40 seconds left to go, and then when they left, no one made it back. And you know why no one made it back? Because you need about 50 seconds to get there. They're all like 5-7 seconds short of making it to the line because no one went. And people are saying, why didn't the drivers go? It's all that, you would think the drivers would have just gone. First of all, there's only 5 minutes in the last round. So if you go by yourself, you're not coming back around to cool the car off and make another lap. Second of all, if you decide to go first out and everyone behind you makes it, you're going to be 12th. You're not getting the pole. I'm sorry. If you leave first under this drafting package that we have, huge gigantic spoilers, 550 horsepower, tons of drag, if you're not in the draft as someone in qualifying and you're leading the train around, you are absolutely not getting the pole unless everyone behind you doesn't make it. I don't care if 2 cars make it, if 3 cars make it. The 1 or 2 cars behind the leader are going to be in front of the guy who makes it to the line. There is absolutely no reason to be the first one to leave pit road unless you're absolutely sure no one else is going to make it back. Because otherwise, you leave, everyone else is going to leave, and then you're doomed. Okay? If everyone leaves with you, all 12 are going to make it, you're going to be starting 12th. You have no chance at a pole whatsoever. You might as well pull off the racetrack. Now, we have everyone waiting. Everyone waited too long. No one made a lap. Fans of the track are booing. No one knows what's happening. Commentators are calling this format weird, stupid. Drivers are trying to hold their tongues, bite their tongues to make sure they don't say anything bad about it. Matt Debacle calling, Matt Yoakum, his PR person, say he doesn't say anything bad. Kurt Busch was obviously visibly upset. Drivers on Twitter right now don't even know what to say. They're not saying anything. They're just going, all right, what's up? Because they don't like it. They don't want to say anything, though, against it. Because, god dang, everyone is mad. No one is happy after that qualifying session. It showed me nothing about how the race is going to go. It showed me complete nonsense. It was absolutely ridiculous what happened. There was no reason. Qualifying is not supposed to be like this. Qualifying is supposed to just be time trials, see who has the fastest car possibly for Sunday. Instead, what we get is what we got, and it's a circus. This is what NASCAR calls the highest level of motorsport in North America. And 12 drivers just sat on pit road because they didn't want to be the first car out on the racetrack. That says a lot about what NASCAR has become right now in the quote-unquote show business. I don't care if they do, whatever they do to Sunday, because that's the part that needs to be the show. Friday, leave my Fridays alone. It doesn't have to be a show like this was supposed to be a show. It was absolutely boring for all of it. I wasn't even excited about everyone. It's stupid. I want to people who go to the track, they want to see someone put up a lap to try and fight to get to the pole. But no one made a lap, so no one fought to get the pole. Fans are booing at the racetrack after qualifying. You know, media members are so confused as to what's happening. Drivers don't even know what happened. Teams don't know what happened. Commentators don't know what's happening. Fans don't know what's happening. No one knows what's happening, and NASCAR's just going along with it because this is a quote-unquote show. It's qualifying. No one watches qualifying. The average person isn't going to turn on NASCAR qualifying. They're going to turn on the race. They're not going to turn on NASCAR qualifying and be like, oh, wow, look at this. It's NASCAR and they're all lined up drafting. If someone tuned in to watch that, they wouldn't tune back ever again because there was no absolute reason to watch that. In fact, you probably lost fans from that because that was absolutely ridiculous what you just did there in terms of qualifying. It's not the driver's fault. It's not the team's fault. It's the package's fault. And it's the qualifying format's fault for putting drivers in this position of not wanting to be first off the pit lane because you will absolutely get demolished in qualifying time. We had this same problem back in 2014 when we first introduced group qualifying in the Truck Series. At Michigan, Ryan Blaney left. He was the only one to make a time. The 11 others didn't make the time. This was never an issue until we got to this high downforce package. I don't care if you have group qualifying during the lower downforce Gen 6 era because draft wouldn't affect that. If you have group qualifying, then fine. Group qualifying now is just never gonna work out. It's just a gimmick, another gimmick for NASCAR. And I've been calm about the season so far. Atlanta was good, Vegas was good, Phoenix was good. It's been some really average good races. Nothing terrible, nothing great. I've said that. I've said we'll just have to see how the package goes around Texas, Kansas, Charlotte, right? But this is something I absolutely need to speak out against. I just am not in favor of doing qualifying like this. Do it in a fairer way, not something like this, where it encourages drivers to sit on pit road and wait. Because otherwise, if you go at the beginning of the session, in 5 minutes, you're not going to have enough time to come back around, cool the car down, and get back onto the racetrack. And if you leave first with like 50 seconds to go, everyone's going to leave with you, and then you're not getting the pole. Drivers are put in a box like this, and there is no way to fix it other than going to single car qualifying again. Even though it is quote-unquote boring, it's qualifying. Don't watch qualifying then if you think it's going to be boring, because qualifying doesn't matter in terms of NASCAR's TV ratings. They only care about the ratings that happen, during the race. If you don't watch qualifying, fine. There's no reason to watch qualifying anyway. I just watch qualifying if I have free time because it's NASCAR, and I like NASCAR. I like the sport of NASCAR. But if you're so adamant about, I don't even know if I want to watch a qualifying session, when we go to another 1.5 mile, 2 mile racetrack. Because in my honest opinion, there was nothing I gained from watching that. I think I lost brain cells from watching that. But I don't even know what to say about it anymore. It was a complete joke. It was like a circus. No one knew what to do. No one knows what just happened. And it was horrible, is all I can say. So hopefully it gets changed somehow, some way to make it a fairer format and for, the qualifying to be determined in the fairest way possible, because it was absolutely ridiculous what we saw today, and the fact that I had to revert back to second round times is very, very sad. I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys for the next video.